to the motion pics. So I only just got back from the movies after watching this one. But before I get started on the review, how cool is this cup? I mean, it's actually made of metal. Okay, now we can get started on the review. X-Men Apocalypse is directed by Bryan Singer, the man who basically kicked off this franchise. He's also the man behind the previous entry in the series, Days of Future Past. And if that title doesn't ring a bell and you haven't seen X-Men First Class, well, you're going into this one real cold. Let's just say this film is not your best entry point into this franchise. Not saying that it's necessarily a bad film, it's just that you'd just be really confused. In fact, I think that's probably one of the reasons why, truthfully, a lot of the critics aren't really digging into this one in a positive way. I think it's best to go in with a pre-established connection with these characters. Otherwise, you're just spending an awkwardly boring 2.5 hours with these people you just don't really know. Okay, I said boring. I didn't personally find it boring, but some people are saying that it's boring. The movie is slow in parts. I mean, it's a little drawn out, but there's certainly some really good action sequences. Action! This is just one of those films where you can just tell that the filmmaker is thinking about the audience. They're thinking about, how can I make this sequence more creative? How can I make these superpowers look amazing? And all of these characters, both old and new, get a chance to show off what they can do. It's a lot of fun, but yet again, if you're not invested in what's going on, it's just a bunch of explosions and special effects just thrown at your face. Not that it doesn't make an effort to build interest in its characters. In fact, the first half of the film is pretty much introducing new characters and just explaining what's going on with their lives. When I say explain, I don't mean that the film just drops a ton of exposition on your head. Like a good film does, it shows you the story rather than just telling it. But as I said earlier, some of these sequences drag a little bit. And when things start to get a little slow, audience members can get a bit, I'm a bit bored with this. The X-Men movies don't come out every year like the Avengers and all those Marvel Cinematic Universe movies. That's why they have to spend extra time during their movies to build these characters. The problem here is that there's lots of characters. It basically means you have to be a little patient. Doctor, I'm sick. No, not that kind of little patient. You have to be patient. You have to be able to wait for that payoff. And as far as I'm concerned, the payoffs do come. And they're pretty good. They're just not for everyone. If you're invested in these characters, if you're invested in this whole world with all these mutants and stuff, it'll probably float your boat. If not, well, maybe this one's just not for you. For me personally, X-Men Apocalypse didn't quite reach the heights of the previous two movies. That said, it certainly was my cup of tea. Today's review was a bit shorter than usual because I'm trying something new. I actually just came back from the cinema tonight and I'm just giving you my fresh, straight off the top of my head opinion about the film. Please sound off in the comments below and tell me what you thought of this approach. If you enjoyed this video, please hit like and hit subscribe for the full motion pics experience. Till next time.